This is Topsol Business Network, and my name is Akinshola Ogundia. I mean, it's so wonderful to have you watching me again tonight. Well, before I really go into the teaching, before I really start talking, I would love you to do one thing for me. I want you to share this video, okay, with as many people as possible. If you are home right now, you can call your friends, your children, your husband, your wife. You can call everyone you love, even to be a blessing to join you right now and watch this video, because today we're going to be talking on something extremely important, something very powerful. Just give me a moment. I'm trying to connect with you on my Facebook also, okay? I'm in the studios of Clevener TV and radio in Palma de Mallorca. I mean, you see how beautiful everything is. I mean, they're making me looking even more handsome than I'm naturally, you know. The media has a way of doing things. It's so wonderful. And I like that. I mean, everybody wants to look more beautiful, no? And that's why we're watching our weight and everything. That's beautiful. So I'm so happy to be with you tonight. I want you to invite everyone. What's happening? I'm not getting myself, no? All right. So you can just go to Clevener TV on your Facebook. Okay. Once you go to Clevener TV, you can find me live there right now. And all you need to do is just click on that button, share, and then you'll be able to share with your friends. All right. I'm doing that right now. And then we start something tonight. All right. Beautiful. All right, so one more time, I want to say welcome to 2018 and welcome to Topsol Business Network. This is Clevener TV, bringing it to you live from Palma de Mallorca, Spain, where we are based. And it's such a privilege, it's such an honor even to be speaking to you, I mean, this day. I'm not saying the first day of the year, but definitely for some of you, it's going to be the first day of the year. Why? Because every time something new starts, I mean, it's a new day, it's a new year. I was saying to some people, I said, what is the essence of a new year if nothing new happens? I mean, it's just like sleeping on Friday and waking up on Saturday. It's like sleeping on the 31st and waking up on the 1st of any other month, okay? So what is going to make this year new for you is that new things should just happen to you. And I found out in life that new things just don't happen. People make things happen, all right? So if you want new things in your life, you got to make it happen. This year is going to be very different, and we're going to be very consistent, all right? By the grace of God, we're going to be here every Monday. Well, we're starting a bit late today for technical reasons, and of course, it's the first program of the year. I mean, so we're really trying to prepare a couple of things and putting things together. But every Monday by 8 p.m. Central European Time, 8 p.m. I mean, that's 7 p.m. London time. We're going to be live on this channel, Clevener TV, and then you can join us live, and hopefully we're going to be having opportunities to take questions, to take contributions and all that. But today we're just going to be teaching, all right? Because I have a series of teachings that I believe is good for us in the beginning of the year like this. So I'm so grateful to everyone that is watching right now, and I'm more grateful to those that are sharing the video right now. So please call everyone and tell them that Topsol is online, and we're about to start. Now, not wasting our time, I just want to talk about a topic that says how to achieve your goals in 2018. You know, how that topic seems so common. It seems so too common. It seems like everybody is talking about it. You know, everybody sets goals. Everybody have, what do you call these, New Year resolutions? I don't believe in New Year resolutions, because I believe that every man, I mean, that wants to achieve anything in life should not be pushed or, you know, motivated by the fact that there is, you know, this fantasy, this frenzy about a new year. No, your year can start anytime. I've said that many times. I've said that in many of my books. Your year can start anytime. You decide what the day is for you, all right? I mean, so, but let's go by the calendar that we have. It's a new year, it's January, and then everybody wants something new for these 365 days, which is almost going anyway. I mean, we've spent over 5 days out of it already. I mean, I think this is the 7th or 9th day, I can't even remember, but I mean, it's almost gone. I mean, the moment it starts, just like that, it's almost gone. So that's why it's very important for you to understand how you can achieve your goals in 2018. But there's something that one of my mentors used to say, and that's what I'm going to start with, that you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. Okay, that is what we call insanity. I mean, so if you are going to do the same things you did last year, I mean, over again this year, and you're expecting something new, then I'm not going to use that word, but you know what that means. It means that you're not really serious. It means that you're not really focused. It means that you don't really know what you're saying. All right. So for you to do something new this year, for you to experience something new this year, for you to experience growth, for you to experience expansion, for you to experience promotion, then it means that you have to do something extra. You have to do something that you did not do last year. That's just the secret. All right. No amount of prayers can change anything if you don't change yourself. All right, so that's very important for you to understand, and that's why you cannot leave this year expecting results without setting goals. All right, now it's so unfortunate because a lot of people don't even understand what goals are, and that's where I want to start from, because I have about 6 points. If I'm not going to finish tonight, don't worry, I'm going to continue next week, because this is a topic that you need to crack and you need to really grab, you need to really digest if you really want to make this year your year. All right, now, so what is the first thing if you want to achieve your goals in 2018? The first thing I say is that you have to set the goals. You see, everything is sounding so foolish, but the truth is that God uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. I mean, everything that will make you great in life, they are not very complicated things. They're actually very simple things. Every great man in life, if you check them, if you ask for their success stories, you find out that they did not do any magic. There was no miracle that happened to them. They took very simple steps. Some steps might be bold steps, okay? But they were still very simple steps. That's probably people are taking every day. But they become consistent, and then they get in all the elements and all the ingredients that make success come to pass, and they get their results. All right, so the first thing every great man will do, or anyone that wants to be great this year, is to set goals. All right, now what's the difference between setting goals and having dreams and wishes? It's so unfortunate because we live in a very complicated world these days, and you know, I talk about religion a lot because I'm a bit religious, okay, like many people will say. I'm not religious, I know, but I'm a bit spiritual, right? I love spirituality, and I talk about the church a lot because I'm a Christian, okay? That's the truth. I'm a Christian and I practice Christianity. Now, but it's so unfortunate and it's a shame that even the people that are supposed to understand the principles of goal setting, they don't even know what goals are. I've seen a lot of Christians. I've heard about a lot of churches. I've, watched a lot of stuffs on the internet. In the beginning of the year, you see prophecies for 2018, what the president of the church is saying, what the big pastor is saying, what the priest is saying, and all that. And people are so excited. I call these things excitement, all right? It's like robbing the egos of people. It's like putting people in a world of fantasy. Yesterday night, I was watching the Cinderella with my wife, and, that's exactly what religion does to a lot of people. It's like there is a wand, they just wave the wand in the air, and you believe that everything is just going to turn golden and something is just going to happen. If it was going to be like that, it should have happened long years ago. How old are you now? And that has never happened, and every year you still keep believing that. Don't be a fool, man. You need to wake up, okay? We need to understand the principles of success. God is not a magician. All right. If God actually created the whole world in 6 days and took the 7th day to rest, that should give us a clue that God is not lazy. God didn't wait for a miracle. The Bible makes us to understand that He created the world. I mean, if you're going to create something, then it means you must have thought about it. It means that you had a vision about it. It means that you knew what you wanted to do. All right. And then you got the ingredients together, and then you put them together and you made them work. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Setting goals is different from having dreams and wishes. Unfortunately, what many people go into the new year with are just dreams and wishes. Oh, I wish that this year this will just happen. Oh, I believe that this year I will buy my own car. I believe that this year I will build my own house. If you didn't build it last year, if you didn't buy it last year, I think the first question you should ask yourself was, why couldn't I do it last year? Why couldn't I do it like that? If you cannot solve that question, I bet you this year is going to end and you're going to pray the same prayers again in December 31st. All right? So it's high time we began to wake up to begin to set goals. So the first point I'm going to talk about here briefly is set the goals. So if you're going to achieve goals for 2018, then you have to set the goals. If there are no goals set, then there are no goals to be achieved. Okay? I mean, it's very easy. If you want to fail in life, what do? You just don't do anything. It's so easy. I mean, so, you know, you don't plan to fail. Nobody plans to fail. People just don't plan to do anything, and then automatically they fail. You know, I was listening to T.D. Jakes today, and he was talking about the concept of light and darkness. And of course, I understand that perfectly, because he says that there is nothing like darkness. There is nothing like darkness. Actually, darkness is like a vacuum. It doesn't exist. It's not measurable. Do you know how? Can you measure darkness? No. But we can measure the intensity of light. Look at the light that is shining on my face right now. You can measure the intensity, but you cannot measure the intensity of darkness. Darkness is just a phantom. It's just something that is like a vacuum. It doesn't exist. Do you know what darkness is? Darkness is just the absence of light. And that is exactly what happens in the life of men. Why do we have failure? Failure is just the absence of goal setting and visions. So the Bible says that my people perish because they lack what? They have no visions. I mean, so when you don't set goals, okay, you automatically fail. When you don't set goals, you automatically achieve nothing. Okay, so I mean, so the first thing to do when you want to start the year is to set goals. And like I was saying, there is a difference between goals and dreams. There is a difference between just having goals and wishes. For example, number one, I just want to give 2 or 3 examples. I mean, clarifications between dreams and setting of goals. I says that dreams are seen or developed when you are asleep, while goals can only be set when you are possibly awake, alert, and conscious. All right. So have you ever seen anybody that says like, okay, like, I'm going to dream tonight, and this is the dream I want to dream? No, it doesn't happen. You just find yourself in a dream, okay? It's nothing that you preconceive. You don't preconceive a dream. A dream just comes to you, and then you begin to live in it. And that is the sad thing about the life of so many of us. We live in dreams, and we live even in the dreams of so many other people. Someone is just talking about something, and then you get caught up in it, and then you believe in it, and then you begin to live in it. Something you don't even know where it's coming from. You live in another man's dream. It's the worst thing that can happen to a man. If it's still your own dream, probably you're going to wake up and do something about it. But if you keep living in other people's dream, it's like living in their shadows. All right, that is terrible. So you don't dream dreams consciously. It's an unconscious thing. And so the question I want to ask you is, that thing that you believe that you're going to achieve this year, was it conscious, or it was just something that came unconsciously? It just started. You just, got the idea somewhere, and then you believe it's going to happen, and then you stay on that belief that it's just going to happen. Now, that is dreaming. You need to wake up. Hello? You need to wake up. That is not a goal. A goal is something you set consciously. You don't set goals when you're asleep. You set goals when you are determined, when you are alert, when you think, and when you are conscious of your environment, you're conscious of your resources, you're conscious of everything around you. So that's the difference. That's one of the differences between a goal and a dream. The second thing is that dreams oftentimes are not defined with respect to time. Like I said, you don't decide when you want to start dreaming. Even when you sleep, you don't know the exact time that you start to dream. A lot of times I think it's the same with everybody. You don't know exactly what time you start to dream. There were some times that we had dreams, maybe very terrible dreams, and then you woke up, you were so scared, and then maybe you prayed or whatever you want to do, you did, and then you said, okay, I'm going to slip back, and then I'm going to continue that dream, and I'm going to change something about it. It happens a lot of time. Or maybe you were dreaming about making a lot of money, and then you woke up out of it, and then you want to go back, okay? You want to go back into that dream, and then you want to continue in that dream. A lot of times we actually go back and then the dream continues. But what I'm saying here is you don't know the time. There is no time factor in it. There is no time frame. There is no consciousness of time when it comes to dreams. And that is the life a lot of us are living. Okay, I'm going to build my house this year. What time? At what time are you going to start? At what time are you going to finish? We don't have any plans, nothing to it. It's just a dream. But when it comes to goal setting, you don't set goals without time. As a matter of fact, there are no goals without time factor in it. So that's a very big difference between someone that has a dream and someone that has a goal. You just don't say, "Oh, this year I'm going to do a TV program and I'm going to be impacting so many lives." And I mean, that's a dream. He that will do that, we actually set a time. Okay, every Monday by 8 p.m. I have to be here. This is what I'm going to talk about. And it's going to be from 8 to 9. And then these are the people I want to reach out to. This is the means I want to do it. That is goal setting, all right? So there should be a time frame in the goals that you're going to set this year. Don't just live in the phantom of dreams, okay? So that's the second thing. And lastly on that, dreams are not materialistic and mostly materialized, okay? But goals are. I mean, what I mean by that is dreams, like I said, it's something you see in your dreams, okay? So there is no materials to it. You cannot touch it. You cannot measure it. You cannot account for it. And goals are never like that. As a matter of fact, you cannot set goals without materials. One of the materials you need is your thoughts. It's a material, even though it's not physical, but it's your thoughts. I mean, it's a resource. That's something you need to create goals. Another thing you need is to have a pen and a paper. I mean, assuming I didn't write anything down tonight, I can still speak. But the truth is, I will not be eating my points, okay? But because I have a goal, and my goal is to express all these points onto you, then I had to get my pen and my paper, all right? So if you don't have your pen and paper, if you don't have anything written down for this year, you have not set goals. Hello? You have not set goals. What books are you going to read? Who are the people you're going to meet? How much are you going to spend? What is your budget? Okay? How much is your income? How much do you want at the end of the year? How do you want to increase it? How do you schedule your time? All these things needs to go into into paper using your pen. All right. So goals are materialistic. You need to make calculations. Okay. Dreams, you don't calculate anything. All right. When you dream about making money, do you know how much you're going to make? Do you have calculations to it? No, they are just dreams. And that's the life a lot of us are living, okay? So you need to begin to clarify between dreams and goals. So like I said, the first point which I have talked about is you need to set the goals. I mean, today I'm not going to be talking about the characteristics of the goal, all right? You know what you want to achieve. But I believe that by the time we go through these points briefly, you will understand that goals actually have characteristics. Like I said now, I mean, it must be measurable when it comes to time. It must be real. It must be realistic. All right. You remember the SMART, the acronym SMART for goals. Okay. I mean, it should be simple. It should be measurable. It should be achievable. It should be realistic, and then it should be what's the T? Smart. It should be measurable, achievable, realistic, and I think the last one is time. Okay, it should be timed. I mean, so your goal must be smart, all right? But I'm not talking about that tonight. But I'm talking about how to achieve those goals. If you want to really know about how to set good goals, you can check my books. Our website is just flowing there. I mean, you can go on that website and buy any of my books or any of my CDs. It's going to bless you tremendously. I believe that one of the things that you really need to do this year is read those books. Honestly, they are powerful. They are very inspirational. I must tell you that. All right, let's go to the second point. So what are the things you need to achieve your goals this year? Number 2, you must get motivated. Hello, you must be motivated. I decided to do this teaching today standing up because I want to motivate you. All right, the attitude that you bring into your dreams, into your goals really matter. Hello, it really matters. I mean, this is the beginning of the year, and then you are out of job, and then the next thing you want to do is start watching movies every morning. Oh, come on now. Get up. Get up and move out. Move out and do something, all right? Make yourself useful, all right? I mean, you need to be aggressive. That's what I'm talking about. Les Brown, I love the man. He's one of my mentors. He says you need to be hungry. When you are hungry, you don't sit down. Have you ever seen a hungry man sitting down? No, he goes out. He becomes very aggressive at what he's looking for. You need to be aggressive about your goals, okay? You don't allow anything to stop you from getting to your goals. So I say here that you must be motivated. When you are not motivated by your goals, you end up frustrated, all right? And then you abandon the goals. And eventually, you derail from your vision, all right? You know, I've talked about visions. I mean, maybe your visions are the things you want to achieve, okay? But how do you achieve them? You set goals. Now, those goals are what you achieve. Once you achieve your goals, you realize your vision. But the reason why a lot of us are farther away from our visions, or we don't even realize the visions, is because the goals we have set, we have not been able to achieve them. And one of the reasons why we don't achieve goals is because we don't get motivated along the way. Okay, when you set goals for yourself and you say, okay, every day when I'm walking, I'm going to throw a piece of stone into the river. Okay, so every day you pass by, you take a piece of stone and you throw it into the river. The next day you go, the third day you go, maybe after 7 days, the seventh day, you forgot. The 8th day, you forgot. The 9th day, what will happen? You begin to lose enthusiasm. Now, because you feel like, well, I think I cannot be able to achieve it. The same thing goes with people that wants to slim down, all right? Maybe they told you to be taking lime and all that. You know, I'm trying to slim down too, but I don't know. Maybe I just fast. I don't have diets, all those diet stuff. No, I don't have that. I still eat what I want, but when I want to slim down, I fast. Okay, but maybe you have your diet. You have your very special diet. My wife did that, and it really worked for her. I looked at her last week. I said, wow, you're looking beautiful. This thing really worked for you. I don't know. It's not really working for my tummy, right? Because I'm not following it. I'm not motivated to do it. But she got motivated by that goal, and she achieved it. And she's achieving it. The same thing you have to do. You are on diet. You have to stick to it. You have to get yourself motivated. So how do you get yourself motivated? I'm going to give you 4 things that you need to do to get yourself motivated, because these things are very important. Number 1, you need to set simple to understand and simple to achieve goals. Hello? I mean, I want to build a house this year. Okay, I want to build a mansion. How much is it going to cost? 1 million euros. How much am I earning now? I'm earning 1,200 euros. Am I going to achieve that? Okay, am I going to achieve that? Now, it means that every month, I have to save nothing less than 80,000 euros. So how can I achieve that? Is that realistic? I don't think so. All right, so a lot of times, that's why I said there's a problem with these miracles, mentality with Christians, okay? They tell you, just set a goal that is bigger than you. Yes, of course, your goals must be, your vision must be bigger than you, because you want to put it in the hands of God. But at the same time, let it be simple. Let it be achievable. Let God do his part. But the part that you have to do, which are your goals, they must be simple. They must be achievable. They must be achievable. You want to become a doctor, then you don't plan to read 50 books a day, okay? Okay, every day I'll read a chapter. Then be steady with that, okay? Make sure you achieve that. The more you achieve your goals, the more you achieve your goals, the more you get motivated. That is the secret. Okay, so if I want to, for example, I gave myself a target. I said, okay, every week I want to save so amount of money from my business, from my work, from my online sales and everything. I want to save so amount of money. At the beginning, I said, no, I can save more than that. Maybe like half of my salary every week. And then, and I said to myself, if you try that, you're not going to achieve it. Because probably you're going to do it the first time, the second time, then the third month, you find out it's impossible. The fourth month, it's impossible. And then the next thing is you abandon it. All right, so you can start small. All right, every week I want to save 10 euros. You make sure that you do that. The first week you save 10 euros. The second week 10 euros. The third week 10 euros. You get motivated. Then you can change, evaluate your goals, and then you can increase it. You can change it. And then you change it to 20, and then you're able to achieve that. You get motivated the more. That is how humans work, okay? The only thing that motivates a man is encouragement. When you encourage yourself, when you see success in what you are doing, then you get encouraged the more. You know, okay, like I'm teaching right now. I don't know how many viewers I'm having right now. But if I get home and I see 2 or 3 viewers, I'm excited. All right, I'm motivated to do more. You can imagine if by next week it becomes 10, 20, and it keeps increasing. What do you expect of me? Do you think I'm going to stop? No, I want to continue because I'm being motivated. And then the goal that I have to teach every Monday becomes very easy for me to achieve. All right, so you have to set very simple to understand and simple to achieve goals, and that is one of the ways by which you motivate yourself. The second thing is, at every step, set a reward system to motivate yourself for the next step. You must know how to reward yourself. Listen, if you don't celebrate yourself, nobody's going to celebrate you. You are celebrated as much as you celebrate yourself. So if you're waiting for people to shout your name, people to celebrate you, you're wasting your time. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to encourage yourself. You know, I always love that scripture that says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. I mean, that's the greatest thing any successful man will do in the world. There are lots of times that you're going to be dejected. There's lots of times that you're going to be depressed. You're going to look at yourself and go like, okay, what exactly am I doing? Am I really moving forward? Am I being encouraged? Now, if you're waiting on people to encourage you, you're wasting your time. All right? So everything you do in life, set a reward system for yourself. When you reward yourself at every step along your goal, then you find out that you get motivated. Hello, you get motivated. I have a reward system for myself. Every month, if I'm able to achieve a certain goal, then there is something I do with my kids and my wife. All right, there are places that we go and we enjoy ourselves, and I get motivated. I get encouraged to do the same and even to do more the next month. All right, so appreciate yourself. Enjoy your own life. Don't stop waiting on people. Stop waiting on people to give you a reward. People are not really interested in what you're doing. They are just interested in what they can get from you. And that's how God made us. God made us to be givers. All right? Not just takers. Not just receivers. God made us to be givers. So when you understand that concept, then you give to yourself. Give to yourself some time. When I get home at night, I give myself 1 hour to watch anything I want on TV. It could be football, it could be movie. I give myself that because I've worked the whole day. I want to encourage myself. I want to make myself happy. I eat good food and I watch TV for 1 hour with my wife, and that's it. And then I'm excited to go again the next day. All right, so at every step, you must set a reward system. No one is going to set that for you. You've got to set that for yourself. And that will encourage you and that will motivate you even to achieve your goals. Number 3, you have to set goals that are realistic. I think I've talked about these. I mean, if you don't set goals that are realistic, you're going to outlabor yourself. All right, you're going to weary yourself out. And the moment you begin to lose energy, you begin to sift yourself out even of achieving your goals. All right, so make your goals to be very realistic. And number 4, this is extremely important. You know, I actually drew a face in here. I said, draw your energy from positive and progressive friends, partners, or mentors. Listen to me. I've always said this every year, and I've been practicing it, and it's working for me. You know, I was talking to God some days ago, and he gave me this illustration, and he said to me when I was asking, like, well, God, do I really need to set some people out of my life? Like, nobody is indispensable. And you know what God said to me? He said, Shola, you are not God. It is only God that needs every man. Listen to this. It's only God that needs every man, and every man needs God. So if you are not God, hello, you don't need every man, and every man does not need you. So the moment you are thinking that you need every man in your life, nobody is indispensable, you have to relate with everybody, you are making, in fact, you're making yourself a joke. Because you are not God. That was what God said to me. He said, Shola, you are not God. You cannot move with every man. Because the moment you want to, someone said this, I think I was watching the speech of Denzel Washington. And he said that the easiest way to failure in life is to try to please everybody. That's the easiest way to failure. So the moment you want to fail, the moment you don't want to achieve your goals, the moment you don't want to get to where you want to get to, then you begin to embrace everybody. All right. So, in order for you to motivate yourself in the area of achieving your goals this year, you have to be able to sieve out some people from your life. And you have to be able to invite in to your life some other people. So, like I said, it's only God that needs every man. If God does not need you, he wasn't going to create you. God is not a waster. Because every man is indispensable to God, he created every man for a purpose. At the end of the day, some will not realize their purpose and God will exchange them for something else. Hello? That's the truth. It came to a point in the Bible that the prophets were not going to speak. He used animals. All right? So that is God. But that is not human. God created every man and everything for a purpose. All right? So you are not God. You don't need every man in your life. You only need people that can give you positive energy and then progressive friends. I was saying to someone today, I said, listen, I love to move with people that are making progress because that is where I'm heading. All right? If you're not heading my way, hello, we can greet ourselves from afar. Hey, hi, how you doing? Great. And that's it. I'm not your enemy, but I'm not your friend. I'm not a friend to everybody. Excuse me. Do you know how many billions of people are on Facebook today? I have maybe just 2,000 friends. And these are friends. Sometimes I delete some. If I see that whatever you're doing is not in line with what I'm doing and I cannot impact your life, move. You're out. That's the truth. All right. So I'm privileged to have you as a friend. And of course, you are also privileged to have me as a friend. And that's how life is supposed to be. If I'm not adding anything to your life, you don't need to move with me. If you're not adding anything to my life, we can greet, we can be acquaintances, or we can just say, hey, hi. But we don't have to be friends. So you need to check your social circle this year. If you're really going to achieve your dreams, your goals, if you're going to really get to your visions for this year, then you need to check the people you move with. Are they people that are encouraging you in what you're doing? It doesn't matter who they call themselves, all right? That's the truth. At a point in time, my own father, my own biological father, was not in support of what I was doing. And I knew that this was my passion. I knew this was my calling. I knew this was just what I was born to do. And we were in disagreement. I lived in his house. He fed me. He still paid my school fees. But I kept doing what I knew I was going to do. I mean, we were fighting then. It was after so many years that he saw that I wasn't going to give up. And then he saw results. Hello? He saw results. He called me. He said, you were right. And I agree with what you were doing. All right? I mean, that is how a lot of people are in your life. But if you begin to weigh yourself down because that pastor doesn't believe in you, or that friend doesn't believe in you, or that father doesn't believe in you, or even your mother, and then you go like, oh, when will they believe? If you are trying to make everybody believe in what you're doing, you're wasting your time. Look at your goals. Set them. Motivate yourself by people that will tell you go for it, and then you go for it. All right? So you need to be strict with your life. It's your life. It's about you. It's not about them. And these people, do you know they have their own visions? Do you know they have their own goals? So what is it? You need to face your own goals and achieve them. All right? So you draw your energy from positive and progressive friends, partners, and mentors. You must have a mentor. You must have people you listen to. You must have people that are doing exactly what you're doing and that's even doing better than you that you have to learn from. All right? There is no man that is an island. If you tell me that you are the best at what you're doing, well, thank you. Then it means you are beginning to die. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. All right? So there will always be someone that is better than you in one area or the other. You need to look out for them. And then you need to draw your energy from them. How do you look out for them? How do you get these people close to you? Because a lot of people have been asking me, okay, how do I increase my social circle? It's very easy to do, maybe for me, because I know what I want and I go for it. All right? You need to check the books you read. Hello, that is extremely important. It's one of the greatest ways by which we can meet with anybody in the world, by which you can read people's minds, by which you can learn from people. The books that you read. You must read books that is in line with your goals. They must be in line with the goals that you have set for yourself. Hello? You read the Bible, which is very important. I believe that the Bible actually is in line with every good goal, every goal that goes along with the will of God. That's the truth. But at the same time, you need something more than the Bible. There are people that have read the Bible that have been inspired. There are people that have gone in the area of your calling or in the area of the goals that you have set, all right, that they have something to tell you. You want to become a footballer, for example. Of course, you can read the Bible. I don't know what you're going to see from the Bible anyway, but then maybe you read the Bible, but the Bible is not going to tell you how to dribble. The Bible is not going to tell you what angle you have to play on the ball to hit a particular spot. Okay, you need to watch people that are in that field and learn from them. That's what I'm talking about. So you need to broaden your knowledge base this year if you're going to motivate yourself even to achieve your goals. Then the people you hang out with, and then what you do yourself. All right, it's very easy to tell what a man can become by looking at what he's doing. What you're doing presently can actually tell a lot to me about where you're going to be in the next 5 years. That's the truth. When I look at some people and I see what they're doing presently, I shake my head because it's not going to get you anywhere. There are some habits that you need to stop. There are some things you do that, honestly, if you really want to go far, if you really want to achieve your goals, you need to change them. Okay? I mean, you should not be a spectator for the rest of your life. I mean, I still have a problem with people in this area. You keep watching movies, you keep watching all these comedies and all that. If you don't want to become a comedian, why will you spend every 3, 4, 5 hours of the day watching comedies and comedians, just laughing your life off? It's a waste of time. They set a goal. Their goal is to make people laugh. For heaven's sake, when you laugh once or twice, it's okay for the day. But must you laugh all the laugh? Must you take the whole day to laugh? It's a waste of time. You watch movies by other people and you're not planning to go into the movie industry. You're wasting your life. That's the truth. It's sad, but it's true. All right? So whatever you do will tell where you will be. And the people you move with will definitely say how long you're going to go, even about the goals that you have set. So, like I said, you must get motivated about your goal. And that's the second point. The third one, and that's where I'm going to stop today because of my time. Honestly, I feel like going on and on. I have 6 points, but I'm going to stop here today. And next week, we're going to go a bit deeper. And then we're going to finish this topic. And then we begin to have some good trainings for the year. All right. Now, the third thing you need to do in order to achieve your goals for 2018 is that you have to be sincere. You see how simple that sounds. And you look at yourself like, I'm sincere. I'm always sincere. Yeah, how sincere are you? How sincere are you about the goals that you have actually set? You know, a lot of times we set goals because we know that we cannot achieve them, and then we blame it on the fact that we couldn't achieve them. And that's why we are still what we are. Have you ever done that to yourself before? You look at yourself and go like, wow, I should buy a car this year. Well, I'm using material things because those are the things we can see, and measure, all right? It could be anything. It could be you want to go for a missionary walk this year. And then the next thing you go is like, well, I want to go on missionary walk to Afghanistan this year. And then you know that you're not going to go. You know that you are not associated with any ministry or any organization that can take you there. You know that you are not ready to raise funds or to work hard to make a lot of money to go there. But you set it as a goal. And then you wake up every morning and then you look at it. You wake up every morning and then you look at it and then you smile at it and then you pray at it and then you pray on it and then you hope for it. And then at the end of the year, you look for every excuse to blame. You are not being sincere with yourself. You're not being sincere with yourself. You've never gone to school one day and then the next thing you say is, I want to become a teacher. I want to be teaching like that Shola is teaching. By the end of this year, I'll be teaching. You're fooling with yourself because you're not going to teach no man. The first thing you should do is to go to school. And that's what I mean by be sincere with yourself. You need to be sincere with yourself. What do I say here? I say you must be sincere with yourself. If you cannot continue with your goal, reroute and rewrite. Hello? If you're familiar with the GPS of the cars, there are some times that maybe I don't know how do I explain these now. I mean, it's only people that live in Palma that will understand this. But if you go in, if you're supposed to go to the north, all right, and then you've set your GPS and it's giving you some directions to follow, you know, it keeps telling you where to go and what to do. Now maybe you were supposed to take a left turn at a point and then you missed it, and then you took the right. Now, what happens to the GPS? You find out that the GPS will need to reroute itself. Okay? It reroutes itself and then it gives you new directions. Now, at the end of the day, you're still going to get to where you're going, but it might take a longer time. That is what a lot of us don't want to do when we have set goals. Now, you have set your goal that, okay, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Every week I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And every day I'm going to do this and this and that. Now, you did it today, you did it tomorrow, the next day you miss it. And then you miss it for like 3 days. And then what do? You abandon everything. No! Life is not like that. You need to be sincere. I mean, if you have failed 1 time or 2 times, it doesn't matter. Reroute. And then you reset your goals. Goals can be reset. And that's what makes it, that's the difference between goals and dreams. You can always reset your goals. Maybe it's too high. You can lower it a bit. You must make sure that you are sincere with yourself. All right? Don't fool yourself by saying, well, it's not achievable. No, there is nothing like failure. It's only people that fail. All right? Because what you are failing at, there are certain people that are really making lots of success from it. So what makes the difference? It's you. You need to be sincere with yourself. You are not accountable to anyone but yourself. You must be accountable to yourself. All right, I failed today. I'm going to reroute. I'm going to rewrite my goals, and I'm going to make it tomorrow. I'm supposed to, you know, I'm trying to study for this driving school, and it's really getting on my nerves because I'm not having time. And now I've set a goal that, okay, every day I must do at least 5 tests, okay? Now, today I couldn't do 5 tests. Yesterday, I did only 3. And then tomorrow, what happens? I want to drop it. Like, oh, I don't think I can do this. No! I just need to reroute. What do I do tomorrow? If I have a lot of time, then I do 10. I cover up for the ones I've missed if I'm able to, and then I continue. Or I increase it to 4 tests every day for the next 4 days to cover up for the ones I've missed. And then I continue in my normal goal that I've set. You need to be sincere with yourself. You need to be accountable to yourself if you really want to achieve your goals for 2018. Let me give you 3 points here in being sincere with yourself. And then I close for today. Number 1, I say, do not be scared to say I am wrong. Do you know that pride actually denies a lot of us from achieving our goals? Because you don't want to own up that you're wrong. And then because of pride, you begin to hedge out of your goal. You know, Les Brown used to say that ego is what does not allow many people to achieve their visions in life. And he defined ego as edging God out. All right? You edge God out. You become like, okay, I am the supernatural one. I am the almighty one. I am the one and only. If I make mistakes, people shouldn't hear about that. Why shouldn't they hear about that? You are not God. You are not perfect. All right? When you are wrong, say you are wrong. I mean, if you start something and you're carrying people along and that has been the goal you have set, I mean, if you feel that you are wrong, you tell them you are wrong and then you stop it. You know, I have a friend that I respect so much. Maybe he's watching me right now. There was a time he had a church in Nigeria. And all of a sudden, at a certain time, he said he was going to stop. I said, I've never heard that before. I've never heard people stopping churches. I said, why don't you get a pastor to continue with the church and then you follow on, you go on your own ministry, your music ministry. And he said, no, God did not tell me that. He said, when I'm wrong, I own up that I'm wrong. I don't want to continue, and I'm not going to put that burden on someone else that does not even have any idea about the vision. He closed the church and is running his ministry today. I think God will be happy with him than for him to have put someone else in trouble. All right? So if you cannot achieve the goal that you have set, reroute, rewrite, and move ahead. Be sincere with yourself. When you are wrong, say you are wrong. That's it. I've started so many classes before, and I had to tell the people, I'm sorry, I cannot teach this. I thought I was going to have time, but I cannot. Please, we will need to suspend this class. It's not a sin. It's not a trouble. Yes, people will be disappointed. Yes, people will be wounded. But at the same time, they will understand that you are being sincere. Sincerity is priceless. And you have to be sincere with yourself first, okay? When you say such words, you are not weak, as some may think. It's not weakness. When you say, oh, I was wrong. No, it's actually a way of releasing your weakness so that you can remain strong. Hello? You know, someone says that when you ask for help, it's not because you are weak, it's because you want to remain strong. All right? Let that be your motto this year. Let that be one thing that will be part of you this year. When you are wrong, own up to what you're wrong for and then make it right. Okay? It's very important. It is better to reroute and go the right way than to continue in a wrong direction because of pride while you never arrive at your destined vision. It's better for you to reroute right now, to rewrite your goals and then hone up to your wrong, than for you to keep on in that line and end up not achieving your vision. Number 2, you have to get an accountability group or person who can challenge you. Okay? When there is no one to challenge you, when there is no one to correct you, when there is no one even to reprove you, then you are in a big trouble. Because by the time you will be falling, you won't know. By the time you will be drifting from your vision and your goal, you will not know. All right? My wife is my accountability partner. I always tell her, this is what I want to do. And every time yesterday night, I was so tired. She said to me, Shola, wake up. Try and do 2 tests. Just 2 tests, okay? You must do that tonight before you sleep. Okay, that is extremely important even in achieving any goal. All right, you want to save a particular amount of money, talk to your partner, talk to your spouse. Let her know. Don't let it be a secret to you and you alone. When it's a secret to you and you alone, you will cheat yourself and you won't be able to tell anybody. All right, let somebody know about what you're doing and let them be able to challenge you. All right, okay, have you saved your money this week? Did you achieve your goal this week? Were you able to attain to what you said? Did you read the number of chapters? Can you tell me what you read? All right. You need to be accountable unto somebody. Okay. So they will also encourage you and correct you. This personal group will be your external motivator. And motivation can sustain you when your internal motivation fails you. When your internal motivation fails you. Let me explain that briefly, because there are 2 kinds of motivation. All right. For every man, you have the internal motivation. The one that is internal is actually what only you can see, is the end result of the vision that you have. All right. Sometimes we put them in pictures. Okay. I've put a picture of the house I want to build or buy, in my office for a long time. And my children, every day they ask me, Daddy, when are we moving to our new house? I will say very soon. And every time they ask me that, I work harder. All right, they motivate me to work harder because I want to achieve that goal. Okay, so that's internal. It's something I've seen ahead, and that pulls me. All right, so internal motivation pulls you towards your dreams. It pulls you towards your vision. It pulls you to achieve your goals. But external motivation pushes you from the back. And those are the people that you are accountable to. They are the ones that wake you up in the morning and say, come on now, it's time for you to jog. Come on, it's time for you to drop that chocolate. It's time for you to drink this. It's time for you to save that. It's time for you to go to this place or to that place. All right, so it's very important that you have an accountability group or an accountability person. Instead of you to form a WhatsApp group of jesters or people that we just talk about nonsense, form a group of 3 or 4 people that have the same vision as you, and every morning the only thing you ask yourselves is, what have you done today to get closer to your vision? It's extremely important. It doesn't have to be 10 people. It can be 2 people. It can be 1 person. It can be 3 people. Some of them you can pray together. You can study together. All right, I'm going to do that. I have some few friends that do exactly the same things I do. That's just coming to me. And this year I'm going to invite them on my WhatsApp. And that's just what we're going to do. Because we must achieve our goals. And lastly, before I go on the last one, about the accountability group, there's something I put in capitals here that is very important. I said, do not set inferior people or group as your accountability group. That is suicidal. Okay? So, don't be the best in your group. it's very suicidal. It's like you want to kill yourself. All right? Because when you set people that are very lower than you to be your accountability group, you only oppress them. You never listen to them. You will think you're listening to them, but you are really not listening to them. But you have to set people that are above you, okay? People you can learn from, people you can respect to be in your accountability group, people that are doing better than yourself. Those are the people you need to set in your accountability group, because when you set those people there, they can always pull you up. But if all the people you have are people below you, the only thing is they pull you down. Even if you want to pull them up, what do? You have to always go down. All right? So this is not time. This year is not the time for you to always go down. There are people you're going to help, but for you to move to your goals, you need to set people that are not inferior in your accountability group, and make sure that you are not the best in that group. And that is very important. And lastly, I say tonight, and this is what I want to challenge you with, I say stretch yourself each day beyond your limit. Hello? Stretch yourself each day beyond your limit. And that's being sincere. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you about being sincere. You have to set yourself. You have to stretch, okay? If you did one thing yesterday, make sure you do 1.5 today. Make sure that tomorrow you make it 2. Make sure you stretch yourself a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. You know, there's something I've been practicing in the last, I can tell now, maybe 7, 8, 9 years, and that is to learn one new thing every day. I don't go to bed a day until I have learned something new. It's extremely important. I speak Spanish today by the grace of God. I teach Spanish today by the grace of God, using the same method. Every day when I first came to this land, I said to myself, I must learn one new Spanish word, and then I use it in a sentence. I did that every blessed day. Up till now, I still do it. I learn one new Spanish word every day before I go to bed. And that helped me. That is helping me to improve my language skill in Spanish. I mean, the same thing you can do for your goals that you have set, for your visions. Stretch yourself a little bit further, a little bit above the limit, and then before you know it, you find yourself on the top. I say to you, if you are not growing, you are dying. Make sure that every day you are growing, because there is nothing like being how do we call it, that you're being stuck, that you're not growing, you're not dying. No, there is nothing like that in life. You cannot sit on the fence of life. It's either you're growing or you're dying. Every moment that you are not growing, you're dying, because there is nothing like sitting on the fence, even in the race of life. I want to challenge you tonight that you practice these things. Make sure you go over this video again, share it with your friends. And like I said, we have many of our books and recordings on our website that is strolling on your screen right now. You can visit them and get your books, get your CDs. You can call us on that number. Well, I would prefer that you send a WhatsApp, because I might not pick calls if I'm busy or I'm working. Okay, I'm still working. All right, now, but when you send a WhatsApp message, we will always respond to you. If you have questions, you can put it on the Facebook, you can put it on Clevernat page, you can put it on WhatsApp. Just make sure you get across to us. And also, we want to hear from you. We want to get also a feedback, okay, on what we're teaching the people. We really want to impact people, but we need your feedback to appreciate what God is using us to do in your life and your business. I'm going to be talking about Topsol as the time goes on, but right now I think the first thing first, we must be able to set our goals, we must be able to have a vision, and we must be able to achieve them. I'm going to see you again next week, Monday by 8 p.m. Central European time, and that will be 7 p.m. UK time, and that's 8 p.m. Nigerian time. I don't know any other time. US, I think we are 8 hours ahead or something like that. You just check it. Just type on Google 8 p.m. Central European time, Mondays, and Topsol will be back. Remember, this year, set your goals. When you set your goals, then the second thing is you must get motivated. And thirdly, you must be sincere with yourself. And being sincere with yourself will make sure that you stretch yourself a little bit further than what you did yesterday. I'm going to see you next week again, and I'll be a blessing to you. My name is Akinshola Ogundiya, and I say thank you to Clevernat TV and radio for bringing us on air. I'll see you again. God bless you.